If you are back, this means that you are not only enjoying but loving Last Train Home. This is the demo of this amazing game that we are enjoying in the channel. If you want to try it out, you can go directly to the Steam page. You don't have to buy it. There is a demo version, as I just mentioned, which is this one. And you will be amazed in how much you can get from this demo version. Just have a look at this map. We just finished the first part that brought us from West Russia to Moscow. And now we are in this second chapter that we are supposed to reach all the way down here to Penza. And look at this. This is amazing, isn't it? There's even over here a journey overview in which we can see the two areas that we have or that we are allowed to play in this demo. We have the first area, which is the one that I mentioned from the west to Moscow, and then we have this one that is circled here. This is chapter 2. We can see chapter 1. Actually, you can click here. So the first area is the chapter 1, and we have all of this. And then you have this, and this is what we're going to do now. The active quest is called Safety Comes First. So we just had an ambush in Moscow, we lost our train, and now we are with new members. We have lost one, which is the actual commander, and now we are the commander, but we have Langer. Langer is going to be the guy that is going to lead us through Russia up to all the way to the Pacific coast. And that's our way home. That's actually the premise of the game. So, we need to reach the city of Penza in one piece. After the ambush, we are rattled, weakened, and without resources or support. Our next stop is Penza, which is already heavily occupied by the Red Army. Our goal for now is to get there and make sure we can continue further. If we go here to the graveyard, now I'm surprised to see that there is no one here on the graveyard yet, even though the commander was killed by the Red Army. So we are here in Moscow. I'm going to zoom in. No, actually, instead of zooming in, I'm just going to give a look here. This is a small town here, and we have a lake, we have another town, we have a timberland. The thing is that we need food, we need fuel, and we're going to need a lot of things here, a lot of resources, because the game centers on a tactical real-time tactics, but as well you're going to have the option of strategizing. You're going to have also the option of strategizing on a beautiful Russian map over here, and as well you're going to, if I zoom into the train, you can either go here or simply zoom in, and you're going to see the train. On the train you have different compartments. These are normal compartments because this is a train from zero, and you can add those compartments. You can have medics and stuff, but you have to manage the resources of your own crew. You can have the possibility to control time, and you have as well something interesting, that is squad management, and we have to understand the necessities and things that our crew members are going to feel as they move into the story. So it has this nice and interesting thing about character development. We have storage car. Let's have a look at the storage car. Storage car has a capacity of 10,000, and we see here the train inventory. This is what we got on the train, and these are the soldier overview. These are all the guys that are on the train, and interestingly here it says consumables. Consumables are one-use items that can replenish health, morale, and stamina, or give temporary bonuses to soldiers' attributes. These are powerful items, but they are quite valuable. So consider carefully how and when you will use them. Some consumables may be bought, others, like meals, can be cooked in the kitchen car. We have a first aid kit, and we have stimulants and vodka. Because right now we don't have an actual segment of the train that can cure or give medical attention to the soldiers, and we have some of them, for example, are injured, some of them are depressed because of the battle that happened. Because we don't have the medical, let's say, equipment to treat them, then the only thing that can heal them in the meantime are they themselves. Okay, so we are at 1544, and let's go to the map view. The other thing is that we need to decide where to go. Now, I think that the first thing that we're going to do is to march over here. You just click here. I found this, that, for example, if you click, I'm going to cancel this. If you click whatever you want on the actual railway, then this is the indication for your train where to go. And the train, when it reaches here, is going to stop. You see this thing? For example, you can see here 2 arrows and 1 arrow. This has to do with the velocity of the train. If you do this, if you go here, you can see that you have overdrive speed, fast speed, and normal speed, meaning that 46 fuel is going to be wasted up to this point, and we have 180. This means that we are in need, and this is a very dangerous, this is a very urgent thing. We are in need of fuel, so let's send them here and let's move them. Let's hit play. So the train is going to start moving. We can see how the train moves. So you can zoom out and zoom in. And as well, I believe that as you go along, things are going to happen, right? Because we have seen in previous chapters that this is a living world in which things and events are going to happen along the way. So let's wait for this guy to reach here. Let's have a look at the guys inside here. There you go. Train upgrades. As you sit and watch the horrors of Moscow disappear behind the horizon and ponder over your newly acquired responsibilities, Captain Langer approaches you, curiously inspecting you with his critical gaze. Quite unexpectedly, he speaks to you with a soft voice. As you can see, this train lacks a lot. It's moving us forward, but won't serve us long in this shape. This was exactly what I was talking about just before Langer approaches us. Shortly, there will be more of us, and we will need more space, and most importantly, heat. To accommodate as many souls as we can, we should increase the number of living spaces. Not to mention, there is no heating or insulation. I don't advise crossing Siberia without heating. The storage car might need to be improved as well. There is a long journey ahead of us, and a good supply of resources is of paramount importance. That way, we might also think about reinforcing the cars. This train is in daunting shape, and we cannot expect the Reds to make the passage easy for us. It is only up to us to make the most of it. So keep that in mind, Major. Now I'm going to pause because there are some interesting points here to take into account. So first of all, if you remember the last train, we had this compartment that was artillery. So we had at least something that we could use to defend ourselves. In this case, we don't have anything. The only cars that we have are very weak cars because they are made of wood. They have no protection. And what he's saying is that we need heat. Now, I would believe that if we want to, for example, fuel, for example, going here, you can see that this is the time of the locomotives that they use coal in order to move. So heat is going to be important because we are going towards the Siberian cold lands, and that is something to take into account. I'm wondering, how are we going to get that? We have to look the stamina for the soldiers. For example, it's telling us about this symbol. For example, I'm going to read here: working, traveling outside the train, and conducting points of interest actions consume soldiers' stamina. Work and deployment cost 1 stamina point per hour, while the cost of point of interest actions varies. If stamina drops to half, the soldier will receive the tired status, and this will reduce their stats. Spending all stamina results in the exhausted status. In this case, the soldier is heavily penalized and incapable of any action until they have full stamina again. In addition to rest, consumables also restore stamina. So here comes again the importance of consumables. And why? Because the soldiers are going to get tired. Now we're going to talk about train upgrades. The locomotive and individual cars can be upgraded to improve their functionality or unlock new features. An upgraded infantry cars can accommodate more soldiers, while upgrading your locomotive will ensure it runs faster. Open the Repairs and Upgrades tab for individual cars to see available upgrades and to select those suited to your playstyle. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly here. I'm not going to mess with the storage car. Well, actually the storage car, if we go to repairs and upgrades, we can see over here that we can repair durability. But by doing this, we're going to spend 30 metal. Is actually telling us that we have right now an amount of 90 and 30 wood, which we have an amount of 80. Okay? So we're not going to do that. For example, it says here, repair lost durability to prevent train car destruction or fix statuses negatively affecting its functionality. Destroyed train car can be removed at the train depot. We have storage as well. We can get shelves and stuff, but we will need metal to do that. For example, if we need dead rats collector, this thing is going to remove rat infestation. We're going to have the possibility to do advanced mouse catcher, wooden barrels, and stuff like that. For example, in here we have advanced farming, reduces durability repair costs, better accessibility, that increases durability speed cost, and metal planting decreases received damage to the train car and soldiers inside 30%. But to do that, we're going to need 200 metal. So on and so forth. We can see all the things that we can do here. We can assign idle workers. We have here idle workers. I remember that there's a tab here, 6 idle workers. These are the 6 idle workers. So we can assign the idle workers over here to do the reparations. Okay, we're going to continue. We have the city here of Yegorievsk and a lake and timberland. I would be more than happy to forage in these 2 areas. Now these guys are going to speak. Oh, look at this. These are the events that happen. Scratching head and mole. As you are reading through reports, you notice a blood stain on one of the papers. You look to see where it came from, and you notice blood behind your fingernails. It hits you. You have been scratching yourself for a few hours now. You discover a rash on your hands, armpits, and hips. A doctor is ushered in. Now, funny thing, Magdalena is our medic, our squad medic. Scabies, Major. There is a little chance of getting rid of the scabies given our situation. Is there anything at all we can do about it? Says this guy. Scrub the train and everything in it, burn clothes and anything that can be spared, or we will endure it. Well, it's in our decision to get rid of the situation. If we say, for example, let's endure it and the things get worse, we're not going to be in a much better position than the position that we are in. So we can either scrap the train and everything in it or burn the clothes and anything that can be spared. Now, I think if we scrap the train and everything in it, is going to be a little bit exaggerated. So this seems to me a best option. Burn clothes and anything that can be spared. The train stops and everything redundant is fetched out. Big piles of clothing, bed sheets and other textiles. Soldiers share mournful looks and then, with heavy hearts, set their possessions on fire. As the flames warm the somber faces, everyone just stands there in serene silence. And someone breaks into song. There in the middle of enemy territory, far from home, around pieces of your own life set afire, you and your soldiers find a moment of peace. So here we have some sort of a report. These are all the guys that are... the morale is going to... Some of them are going to get morale and stuff like that, but health is going to be reduced. And we lost 5 clothes. And then we have uncomfortable living in the living spaces for the infantry car 1, 2, and 3. Now let's go ahead and check what is this uncomfortable living spaces. Living spaces in this car do not provide health and moral recovery. Stop the train and remove the status by repair. Okay, we can repair this eventually. Interesting to note. Now let's have a look here. Because now it's talking about the morale and crew morale. Let's go ahead and see. The soldier's morale is essential. If a soldier has low morale, they are at risk of desertion. Wow, this is very, very interesting. We have as well a morale system, which is the blue bar here. And we have desertion. Can you imagine this? If the crew morale, which is the average morale for soldiers of the train, drops to a critical level, the game is over. Morale is lowered by things such as illness and accidents, whereas it can be raised by resting or by using consumables. Specific statuses influence morale and its recovery. Wow, pretty interesting. So we have the option, as it says here, to remove the uncomfortable living. To do that, we have to select the actual thing, click here and go and remove these. We're going to use wood and cloth to do that. Very, very clever. Before doing that, what I'm going to do is to send a couple of guys over here. So if you select this and you select the squad, you're going to have travel cost here. Let's remember that. We can select the wagons here as well. Let's remember that the UI is very interesting. Now, we have a lot of things here to take into account. We have injured soldiers, 5 of them. We have, for example, promoted soldiers and soldiers with improved roles. Now, let's see here. Select the squad. Let's see, we're going to select. Let me create a new squad here. This is the squad 2. We're going to send, to do the foraging, I need to send a scout. Gonna send a scout, and we're going to send two riflemen, a machine gunner. The soldier has some other activity on the train. The activity will be cancelled. He's stoking. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. Let's see if, for example, we can send this one. And we're going to send Camila. No, we're going to send Peter Mindes. So we're going to confirm. And now we have selected this squad. And so for that, let me see, select the squad. Let's select this one. I'm going to deploy this one. And they're going to be sent down there. Now the other squad that I want to send here is, I'm going to create a new one. This time I'm going to send this one and Camila to the lake, including this one. So we're going to select this one and deploy the third squad down here. Now there's something interesting about this guy that I want to see. There's some interesting stuff that is telling me here. Let's see. I'm gonna take the soldiers with improved roles. Lance Corporal was promoted, so we can actually increase here. Head down passive increases defense when healing or stabilizing, which is pretty nice. Let's see the other one, Magdalena. Let's see if we can improve her in some way. We can do the head down as well. And now let's go to, this is the actual Grenadier. We're going to add landmine. Look at this, landmine active. Detonates when stepped on, used for landmine skill. Let's do this. And dangerous mine. It's going to use intelligence. Health, morale, where's the intelligence? There you go, intelligence. Can we increase this in some way? Apply 1 AP. We can apply AP for those. We're going to use that. Let me see if I can go to the other ones. Okay, they are simply doing their stuff here. We have to click here to get at least food, and that is good. And they haven't reached there yet. Here we have guys that are en route to here. Okay. And now perhaps we can see if we can, in some way, repair these. We're going to use 10 cloth. We have 305 and 30 wood, which is not bad. So let's try to see if this thing could get better. Who are the guys? These guys are occupied or all occupied. So I'm going to repair this one. So let's do it. Assign workers. Okay, I'm going to assign. Most of them are doing things. He's in this squad, so we cannot assign any one of them as of yet. So we'll have to wait. Are these guys reaching there? What happened with these guys? Cut down some trees for wood.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there we go. So it was because we were on pause. Okay, these guys, they reached there. We're going to do that. So, report major, we found and taken down a few good trees. We got 73 wood and 1,500 experience. There we go. So now we can recall these guys. Let me see, where are... Let's recall the squad. Those are the injured. We have one available role for this guy. Ah, we can increase charisma and stuff, I think. Engineer, doctor engineer. If I unlock grenadier. She can be something else apart from that, I think. So I will unlock for her worker. Okay, let's do it. One role point. Worker role just leveled up. New level. Good. And now we need to see other characters, for example. Let's go to the train and, for example, select guys such as this one. So what can we do with this guy? It also says where we gave the actual medal, which is good. You can simply say that he is not going to take rations. We have one available attribute with this guy. So for example, let's see if we can... I'm going to increase... Let's see, defense of inspire caution and reassuring presence. I'm going to do this one. We have a lot of guys here that we can change their actual stats. For example, this guy has passive, quick feet, dexterity, uses dexterity, so we can increase dexterity with this one. What else can we do with these guys?
Mm-hmm.
We have Antonin. Antonin uses for example, charisma or intelligence. I think this dexterity is going to be good. Recoil control. Let's do this one. And for hair, we're going to go intelligence. She needs intelligence. So let's increase the intelligence. Great. Let's see those guys. We have more guys here. She needs intelligence because she's the medic. And I think we're done. Okay. We're just waiting for these guys so then we can continue moving down here to Kolomna. A local doctor willing to treat you sick and injured. That's interesting. We will do that. Okay, let's recall this, guys. The report of the day. The lake was full of fish. Fortunately, Camilo Hadraba was with us and it was like magic. Camille was able to pull one fish after another, making the trip a great success. We got 19 food just by doing that. So let's bring these guys back. Now let me see. What about this guy here? If, for example, we want to send another guy, for example, to here, and we select the squad, okay. Let's just wait these guys to come. We're going to move it fast. And then we say depart. Oh, actually, we need to fix this. Let's just remember. We need to fix this. And to do that, we're going to assign workers here. So. All of them have something to do, right? Okay, let's assign them. Even Bedrick is now going to be assigned there. Okay. There we go. So now we move and we go to the next stop. We're going to reach the next stop in the middle of the night. Okay, let's do doctor, a local doctor willing to treat your sick. There we go, the local doctor has offered to treat your sick and injured. However, the doctor can spare time and resources to treat serious injuries only. Both factions in the civil war are aggressively recruiting doctors for their own purposes, so those who are left have no shortage of work. Only soldiers with a negative status such as injured or ill can be treated, and those soldiers are all that are listed here, and we're going to need 500 in terms of money. So let's do it. So the doctor helped your sick, everyone else seems fine. So we are train composition. We can rearrange the train cars. Okay, so we can simply move this one to the back or to the middle. Okay, and then we have the merchant. Not a good person, but a good haggler. We can exchange things here, for example. We can sell. We have, the merchant has consumables. This is good. This is going to be good for us. So let me go and take medical kit. And let me take this as well, consumables. Let's see how much. Basically all of our money. So let's accept. And there we go. Great. Now, let's continue. We're going to go now. I'm not sure if we're going to go there. But I think we need to reach Ryazan. That's the place that we have to reach first. Now, let me check these guys here. So no one of those guys are injured. We're good with that. Now, what is this thing doing? Soldier details. What is he doing? I see that he's a communist. You also can see the beliefs of these guys. He's an alcoholic communist. In this one here, for example, he is nationalist, sturdy and clumsy. Pretty interesting. Let's remember that these guys, let me hit play. If we move, I think these guys are going to start increasing the health. As you can see, 74. As the time goes on, this is going to change. Let's see if this holds true. $85. Are they healing in some sort of a way? Now, it says here, points of interest. Points of interest are locations visible on the map view that can be accessed by your soldiers when traveling into the countryside. We have, for example, missions with playable missions and contains information about the difficulty of the mission expressing the number of skulls. We have empty villages where you can find valuable resources if you deploy soldiers with specific traits. You may also discover additional supplies. In forests, you can find food, hunting grounds, you can hunt for food as well. Timber is about wood, lakes, you can find food like fish and stuff. In stations, you can find merchants and doctors as well. There are pubs there. Depot station sells cars and locomotives. Village with herbalists are merchants selling herbs. Local traders are all of the types of consumables. Contraband dealer as well, for sure they're going to sell alcohol. Arms dealer and obstruction. On the railroad track, you will have to remove it or ram it through it. Okay, so now we can see that these are different points of interest. For example, here we find a merchant, here we can explore. So one thing I'm going to do now is to stop the train, and we're going to send a couple of guys to explore in here. Definitely that's something that we're going to do now. So let me take the squad that I want to send there to explore. Let me go here and edit the squad. We're going to add this one here. Now this one is driving, so it's not going to be okay to send him, and this one here. I'm going to send Dominic, which is a scout, Peter, which is a rifleman, and Pavel, again a rifleman. So I'm going to confirm this and send these guys. I'm going to send those guys to Gorotna and explore the area. For example, this guy has chaotic. He is not good with work. He's a burglar. Extra resources from abandoned settlements, which is good. Has charisma and is religious. He's an entertainer. This one, for example, is survivalist. Extra food from forests and lakes, which is good. And this one, she has... Is she with them? Squad 3? She is thrill seeker and communist. And a little bit reckless. I thought we selected another guy, not her. Never mind. No, stop. I wanted to do this. So let's do this. Potential rewards, food, cloth, metal, and wood. Let's do it. Okay, now let's see what we can do in the meantime. What is this symbol over here? Let's do it quickly. Let's see their report. So Camille reports that we went through the place. It wasn't empty as it looked from afar, but the owners left behind some things we could use. Here's what we found. There were some beddings, old clothes, and curtains that we could use to cut some bandages or to pad the walls of the cars when the cold sets. Because he's a burglar, they managed to take advantage of that extra resources. Turns out Bartolomej, which is this guy, was right, and some people really do hide cigars in the support beams and spirits close to the chopping block. So they got 63 cloth. They got +1 because of that guy. And vodka. Okay, interesting. So let's recall them. Let's bring them back to the train. Now we have taken plenty of cloth. I think we can clearly fix this because we use cloth to do that and wood, but we have plenty of wood. I'm not going to be worried about wood right now. Let's see, food, money, wood. We have plenty of that. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do the same thing here. But now we have to assign guys here. Now let me see. Going to send this one. This one. And to fix the other area here, I'm going to send this one and this one. We have two idle guys. Oh, actually those two. So I think let me cancel this and put this one and this one. Those are the two idle guys. And now this two. So we can increase the velocity by assigning this to. There we go. So we're going to fix this. Let's fix it. Oh, assign workers. There you go. Now this is another thing. Assign workers to the because these guys are assigned to the night shifts. There are night shifts and day shifts. So yeah, let's assign this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then here, we just move this guy here. There we go. That's it. So we have already managed to upgrade our carts, and they are being, look at this, they are being cured in a way. They're being healed. '87, '88. 88 is increasing, right? The morale is increasing as well. That's very good. Here 65, 77. think we're doing good.
Mhm.
Now the problem is that we are losing food right now. We're losing 36 food a day. So we are okay. Let's reach here. I think there's not other place where we can find food unless we go here and we explore there. But we're going to send these guys to this area. So let's do it. Let's resolve. Missing in the locomotive. Okay, so we need a guy that goes here in the night shift. There we go. We need to move fast. We need to move fast because of the food. Okay. We're approaching Ryazan here. We will need food right now. Too many to count. You receive a report from one of your soldiers. It is intelligence he's obtained when chatting to a local while the train was making a stop. The report claims the Reds have a large camp where they are training newly enlisted soldiers. Apparently, many are queuing for hours in order to join up. The report concludes they promise the farmers a helping hand from the military to tend their farms. There are so few people left to work because of the war. It's letting the food rot on the field or joining the Reds. At the very end of the report is an approximate location of the camp. So let's see. This is the Red Army camp, and it says that it's a mission with 3 skulls. Okay. It's not so close. Okay, where are we? We're here in Ryazan. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. Let me go and let's see the station. We need a pub to increase the morale of these guys. The local pub is open and they have something to drink, something to warm you up, could lift your spirits. Look how much money we're going to lose if we do that. Not enough resources, so we're going to leave. Let's see here. We need now this merchant is not going to do anything good. We still need food, and there's no food here. So in order to find food, we need to explore both sides. So I'm going to send here different squads. Bedrick, Joseph, Peter, and Pavel are idle. Okay, let's allocate here, for example. I need to allocate here different guys. First of all, engineers, we have this one. We don't have too many engineers here. So I'm going to put these 2 guys here. And here I'm going to put workers. I'm going to put Bedrick and Joseph.
Mhm.
Good. The situation is dire because we need food. So let me check here and send some guys over there. I'm going to edit this squad and send this guy here. And edit this one as well. And here I'm going to use this and this one. Do we have 2 idle guys? These are 2 privates. This one is well-trained, strong appetite, and monarchists. And this one is thrill seeker. Thrill seeker, I think, is going to be good to be sent in here. So let me check the squads here. Let me edit. Here I'm going to put the thrill seeker, and down here I'm going to put the monarchist Jan. So let me deploy here the guy with the monarchist. No, actually, yeah, with the guy with the monarchist, and down here the guy with the thrill seeker trait. So let's wait this, guys. We need to find food. We are getting low on food, and that's not good. Okay, so let's see what we get. Forage. Report, we search the area and gather what was usable. This guy is the best to forage, so he was very helpful, and we got 25 food. That's good. Now let's see what we are going to find here. Apparently we don't have enough. No, they haven't reached there. There you go. Let's explore here, and let's recall these guys. At least we have more food. But we're using 36 food per day, which is still not good. So here we went through the place and we found cellar with coal, which made everyone happy because we found fuel. At least we found fuel, not exactly what we wanted, but we found that. As well, I can reroute over here to the lake and here. Let's reroute here and send this and this one down here. Because we need food. That's something that we are in need. Okay, let's take whatever we need to take here. And from here we're going to explore as well. Let's see what happens. Okay, we found smithy and plenty of good metal. So we found metal and fuel, which is good. Not bad. I would have loved better things. Let's send them to the merchant here. Perhaps we can find some food. And as well, what we're going to do now is to move the train and start moving down here. Let's see what we can do here. What we found here, let's see. We found 23 food. Excellent. And now we can go here to the merchant. There we go. Food. We have food. Plenty of food. Confirm. We didn't have enough money to get all the food. Let me see how much we can get. Well. We can get 2 food. Not good. Not good at all. Let's recall these guys. Obstruction. Major. The lookouts have spotted an obstruction ahead. It seems that a large tree has fallen on the tracks. We need to remove it. Do we ram it? Let's do it. Let's ram it. You order the crew to rush through the obstacle. Overdrive train speed. A crash and an explosion rock the train. Your soldiers ready themselves for an attack that never comes. You walk to the front of the train to assess the situation, and it becomes clear that things are not looking good. The locomotive is now damaged, and Bedrick and Andrzej are injured. Okay. Let's bring them back here. I need to bring this guy back as well. We have low fuel, which is not good. So let's see. Here we need to repair. What is this? Security precautions decrease the chance of working accidents. Increase the capacity of the train inventory. Reinforced chassis. Durability, look at this, this is good. We're going to do that. Sturdy materials. Great, let's assign guys here. Bedrick is now injured. We're going to assign him here. Okay, what else we can do? Let's take this guy out from here. Okay, we're going to set here. Who's the worker that is missing? This one. Let's assign him here, and assign Bedrick in here. We don't have fuel. We are in a bad shape over there. So we'll have to think about what we're going to do, or perhaps we can reach Ryazan. 26 fuel. I think we can't manage to reach there. Let's try. Okay, let's try. Let's try to reach Ryazan. Pretty sure we can reach there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we are stuck in here. There's no fuel, and we didn't manage to reach here. But the only thing that we can do is... We need to send people to different areas. For example, here we have a merchant, here we have to explore, and here we have a lumber. So we will have to send guys to different areas. Perhaps it's going to be okay to send guys here and here to the merchant. So I'm going to select the squad. It's going to be this one. And then in here, I'm going to select the other squad to the merchant. So that's the only thing we can do in the meantime. So we are going to wait for those guys to reach to those areas, and hopefully we're going to find some fuel, because we're going to need it. This was Victus. See you in the next one.